Jesus, he started in Galilee and he was put on a donkey and he came all the way over to Jerusalem, and he was stirred up the crowd in there and was supposedly accusing of causing problems. So he was brought to Herod and Pilate, which our following scene where we acted out.
Take him too.
Who is he? We have found this man subverting our nation. He opposes to pay taxes to Caesar.
Yeah.
He claims to be Messiah, a king.
Yeah. Are you the king of Jews?
No. Who said so?
I find no basis for a charge against this man.
What? He stirs up the people all over Judea by teaching. He started in Galilee and has come all the way here.
He plied him with many questions, but Jesus gave him no answer. The chief priests and the teachers of the law were standing there, vehemently accusing him. Then Herod and his soldiers ridiculed and mocked him. Dressed in an elegant robe, they sent him back to Pilate. That day, Herod and Pilate became friends. Before this, they had been enemies.
You brought me this man as one who was inciting the people to rebellion.
Yeah.
I have examined him in your presence and have found no basis to your charges against him. Neither has Herod, for he sent him back to us. As you can see, he has done nothing to deserve the death trial. Therefore, I will punish him and release him.
Away with this man! Release Barabbas to us!
This man has done nothing.
Crucify him! Crucify him!
Why? What crime has this man committed? I found in him no grounds for the death penalty.
What?
Therefore, I will have him punished, like I said before, and then release him again. Oh, wait.
So, he meets two criminals. One of them asks him to remember him when he's in his Father's kingdom, and Jesus says, "Today, my friend, we will be in paradise." So, anyways, what happens after that is he dies. The temple's curtain rips in two, which doesn't happen. The curtain is always there. Only priests can go in. So that's a big symbol for the people at that time. So he dies, and a man named Joseph comes along and asks Pontius Pilate for Jesus' body. He takes Jesus' body, wraps it in linen, and puts it in an unused tomb. Now, after that, in Luke 24, Mary Magdalene and some other women who were close to Jesus come to the tombs with spices and herbs and perfumes and other pleasantries and stuff like that. Stuff you would find at a haberdashery. But anyways, so they go in, but the boulder that's open, or that's blocking the tomb, it's open. It's not closed anymore. It's just blown aside, and there's no body in the tomb. So they're all just standing there wondering what happened. And as they do that, an angel, I'm assuming, a glowing white person, shows up beside them and says, "You won't find him here. He's already left." So they go back and tell the disciples, Jesus is risen. Of course, none of them believe her, or them. They saw him die themselves. So on the way, while two of the disciples are going back to where they started, where they came from, Jesus shows up with them. He doesn't, or they don't recognize him. So while Jesus is with those two disciples, they ask him, "Why are you so upbeat? Why are you so joyful? Haven't you heard the news? What happened in Jerusalem?" And he says, "No, what happened?" And they explain that Jesus was supposedly killed. So that night, when he breaks the bread, suddenly they just understand suddenly when he breaks the bread and blesses it, and they all rush back to the other disciples, and they celebrate, and then Jesus goes up to heaven.